Hello, my friends, and welcome to another Stryker break. This is video number 4 of my case break of 2025 Topps Chrome Mega Boxes. You get 7 packs, 6 cards per pack. There's 42 cards in here. These things are $70. If you get them in the store, you're going to have to pay tax on that too. If you get them in bulk, or if you get them from a place like Blowout, David Adams, Steel City, you don't have to pay tax online as long as you're not in the same state, as far as I'm aware. So at least you can save some tax on that, but man, are you going to need to try to nickel and dime. Like it's pretty brutal. This is one of the most brutal formats on the surface, it doesn't look that bad, but when you dive into the numbers, there's just so much, there's a lot of red, but you're just not getting a lot of things. Is a James Wood X-Fractor going to save you? No. You're going to need to get like multiple buyback redemptions to cut some of that cost out of there. It's at this point, it's been just absolutely brutal. Break 1. I mean, you go back and watch, please. Leave me a comment down below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I need to stay positive somehow. I need your positivity to get me through this, because it is a harsh mistress. But I'm holding out hope because, like I've said before, one good hit can save the case. So I'm holding out hope. There's an Angel Acuna. She's got a bend to her, so that's sweet. It doesn't really matter, honestly, the bend. PSA doesn't dock you for that, and if you put it in a top loader, give it a little bit of time to form fit a little flatter. All right. I got one James Wood refractor out of my blaster box case. 40 blaster boxes. I got one James Wood refractor. Got no James Wood parallels so far out of this. I want one. I demand it. I demand it. You hear me? This video, James Wood parallel. Calling it. Calling my shot again. I'm getting like, I don't know, 2022 vibes from this. I'm getting 2022 Topps Chrome Sonic vibes. It's kind of a nightmare. How about a Jacob Wilson parallel? It just doesn't make sense. You get to that up a certain point where it just doesn't make sense, where you open so much and you're like, there's so many parallels coming out and you don't get the guy you want after all of this. Frustrating. If I had a recommendation for Topps, like, okay, so Topps is all about maximizing profit. I get it, it's a company. There has to be some common ground between providing value and maximizing profit, or else you're going to lose everybody. You're going to lose everybody, and then there's no profit. So how can they fix that? Thoughts in the chat down below? How can we fix it? You can't just say, oh, make the print run. Because they got to make a lot of it. They're going to make a lot. So assuming that the print run is going to be the same on everything, I guess a thought would be like, bring it back down. Maybe not 200, maybe 250. It's just like an awful big checklist to chase anything decent. The problem when you have a smaller checklist like that is then the cards become more common. Even the parallels become more common. It's like, okay, don't print as much in general. That's not going to happen. So there's got to be a way. I mean, they got a lot of people working on this idea. So what they've done is they've okay, MVP buyback program. That's cool. That gets people hyped up a little bit. But what they've done over the last few years, they've taken away an autograph out of hobby boxes. It used to be 2 autographs. Now it's only 1. They've increased the print run from 200 to 300. So now it's like feels like a desert. That's like the first James Wood base card, maybe. And then they've increased the prices across the board pretty much. How you feel about that, consumers? It's not good. It's not good. It helps, like, there are good rookies in here. That guy right there is a superstar, young, talented rookie. So it's not like it's just a crappy class. Like, this guy is really there's multiple really like popular young rookies in the release. So that's not the problem. I'm gonna put him up on the stage. So, and they've added the insert chase. So that's one thing. That's a smart idea. Everybody has been wanting that. So that's cool. Oh, look at what we have. We finally got him. And it's just going to be a regular old refractor. This is a good box, at least. Pedro Leon rookie auto. Tons of scratches on there. Look at that. That's cool. No, not cool. At the very least, can we get some quality? Good quality control? Frustrating. Very frustrating. And we got like the least collectible parallel of James Wood. I did call it though. James Wood parallel. If I had a choice between all of these, actually, let me show you some. If I had a choice between the unnumbered parallels of which ones I want, it would not be the refractor because there's about 16,000 of those that exist. Ray waves are a little better, but basically the same. Sepia is a little better, but basically in the same boat, as well as X-fractors. So I would want an X-fractor, but really what I'd want is a prism. Only 5,600 prisms. So those should be quite a bit more valuable. And the Topps refractor is the reason why the Fanatics boxes are going to be the best retail format, in my opinion. Only about 1,000 of those, and I think that number might be high. But out of the Breaker's Delight, the Geometrics, there's only 355 of those. So those are going to be the most collectible, followed by the Topps refractor, followed by the Prism. And the negative is kind of in a different category because that's a tough pull. This run is actually decent. Not too bad. Got some stand-worthy stuff. Got my James Wood parallel. Gonna need a couple more of those. How about a couple more? When it's all said and done. It'd be cool if I got 3, because I know you can get that many. I've gotten 3 of other guys. All right, we got 2 boxes left. This one's going well. Only 2 boxes deep, and I'm already pulling out additional stands. So it's like every other run of 4 so far has been decent to good. But man, when you buy 4 of these and you get skunked, you're spending $280. $280 on 4 of them. So you're better off just buying a hobby. At this point, like, you know, the case isn't all said and done yet, but at this point, man, I almost think a hobby's the way to go, because at least you're going to get an autograph. I don't know really how to compare it. I had a decent blaster case. So it's really tough. It's tough to say what would be better at this point, but I think blasters would be better because it's a better dollar per card. And I guess if you're chasing value, you know, that's the most simple way of looking at it. Oh, what's the best dollar per card? As long as you can still get stuff out of it, which you can out of blasters. We proved it. But it is about time for another cool insert. So if we got a cool insert, maybe an MVP, buyback potential type of card, especially in a parallel, it would make this run decent to pretty good. But the rest of this box is looking dry. Real dry. Spoke too soon. Man, we're going to get real close to that over-under. I set the over-under at 2.5 autographs, and this is autograph number 2, and it's Will Wagner, who's actually decent. And it's a refractor. It's a parallel auto, and the auto looks pretty clean. The card looks pretty clean, so... yeah. 2 autographs in this run. It's pretty good. That's really good. Put them up there. Relatively really good, right? Every other run. And we got 1 box left. Make sure you grade the rip when it's all said and done. Put a little grade down there. Put a comment down there. It helps so much. You don't even know. Just putting a comment down. You can just be like, hey, Stryker. Doesn't matter what you say, what you do. I read the comments, so likely I'll read it, and I'll try to provide some feedback if I can. Can't always respond to every comment because it's just so many. Can't catch them all. Will Warren, X-Fractor. Let's get Ben Rice rookie. Like Ben Rice is another good rookie, you know. Yankees, big market team. Haven't seen any parallels of his. Will Warren's though, geez, like, hey, how many Will Warren parallels do you want? Why can't that be James Wood? Never. It's never the best rookie, you know. 2 of them in the same box. It's never happened once in the history of ripping. Dylan Cruz. It's a decent card. Three packs left. J-Hen. Something. That's something. Just gonna sleeve him up for now. Don't feel like doing anything else. Sleeve up the Cruz too, why not? I'm the fastest sleever in the West. Base, Henry Malloy. Judge. There's that Ben Rice. If you complain enough, the boxes will just be like, fine. Ben Rice, do we top load him? Is Ben Rice a top load rookie? Close. We'll do it anyway. This might be the best run yet. Is that sad or what? That's a nice Skeens too. I like the Skeens cup card in a parallel. It's got a little bit of value actually. If you're in the nickel and diamond game, which I am, maybe the yellow shirt drew in the yellow cup, yellow Skeens. Okay, let's talk about the run, and then I'll let you go. But as far as a 4-box run goes, sad to say, this might be about as good as it gets, but parallel, refractor, Will Wagner, rookie auto to $4.99. We'll take it. Refractor Wood, love it. Kristen Campbell X-Fractor, sweet. Base Wood, Angel Acuna X-Fractor, another auto, Pedro Leon, some scratches on that one, not pleased. Skeens X-Fractor, and Ben Rice X-Fractor. So pretty good all in all. I think I'd give that maybe like a B, solid B. Maybe a B+, just relative to the other boxes and the other retail formats so far that I've opened. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching.